Since Daemon arrived at Harrenhal, he has been tormented by persistent nightmares and hallucinations.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
These disturbing visions often feature figures from his past and things that aren't really there. Some might attribute these experiences to the infamous Curse of Harrenhal, while others might suspect the influence of Alys Rivers. Although the raven-haired Alys might indeed have a hand in this, I believe Daemon's dreams are far more reflective of his internal struggles and unresolved conflicts. In this video, I am going to explain what Daemon's visions and nightmares actually mean. Just a quick reminder, this video discusses events up to episode 6 of HBO's House of the Dragon Season 2 and contains significant spoilers for Daemon's storyline. Hit the like and subscribe button, and let's move on. On his first night at Harrenhal, Daemon struggled to adjust to the ruined castle. The roof leaked everywhere, making it impossible for him to sleep. As he tried to get comfortable, Daemon heard footsteps outside his door. The door rattled violently. Daemon drew his sword and opened the door, but there was no one on the other side. He stepped out of his chamber and followed a muffled hum, which led him to a room that looked nothing like Harrenhal.
Always coming and going, aren't you? And I have to clean up afterwards.
There he found a young Rhaenyra, sewing the severed head of Prince Jaehaerys back onto his body. Daemon was in disbelief. Before him stood the Rhaenyra he had always loved, not resented. This Rhaenyra, too, held admiration for him. Instead of expressing anger over his actions, she was, in a way, cleaning up his mess. For perhaps the first time, remorse was evident in Daemon's eyes. It was clear he hadn't wanted this to happen and felt bad about it, but he couldn't show weakness. It wasn't in his nature. Suddenly, he found himself standing before the weirwood tree of Harrenhal, with Alys Rivers observing him from a distance.
You will die in this place,
she said, before leaving him with his thoughts. The incident clearly spooked Daemon. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button. It will motivate me to create more content like this. Press the bell icon to ensure you never miss any of my upcoming videos. In another vision, Daemon found himself entering the throne room. The large empty hall had an eerie atmosphere. As he walked towards the Iron Throne, he saw it was not vacant. A young Rhaenyra was speaking in High Valyrian. However, Daemon could not understand any of her words. I believe it was a metaphor for Daemon's refusal to listen to her, or perhaps anyone but himself. She descended from the throne, still speaking in Valyrian, still incomprehensible to him. He tried to stop her, perhaps unwilling to understand. She stood right in front of him. He was now able to understand her words. She was anguished, condemning him for attempting to weaken her claim. Although the show did not fully translate the scene, linguist David J. Peterson shared a post with the direct translation. Rhaenyra said, "It's been said that Targaryens are closer to gods than to men. In my eyes, you were a god, Daemon Targaryen, the prince of the city, the lord of Flea Bottom. I was an innocent. You exploited me and abandoned me. You sullied my name at court. You empowered my rivals. You tried to make my ruin. You put me on that throne. And you love me and you hate me for it. You created me, Daemon, yet you are now set on destroying me. All because your brother loved me more than he did you." In response, he swiftly decapitated her with a sword. Faced with a problem, he dealt with it in his usual manner. He didn't need a reminder that his brother never loved him enough or believed in him to name him as his heir. What he would never do in reality, he did in his nightmare. This is what you always wanted, is it not? Even in this state, she mocked him, reminding him that he was not in control of the situation. Haunted by these visions, Daemon found himself unable to sleep once more. Amid the somewhat soothing sound of rain, he heard footsteps outside his chambers again. Determined to discover who was there, Daemon grabbed his sword and ventured out. This time, he saw a familiar figure walking away from him. The person's clothing and movements resembled those of his nephew, Aemond Targaryen, whom he had targeted with assassins. Daemon followed the figure through the haunted corridors of Harrenhal. When the person turned around, Daemon realized that it was not Aemond but himself, dressed in Aemond's clothes and wearing his eye patch. This was another metaphor revealing that Aemond was much like Daemon. In some ways, Aemond even idolized Daemon. Following the shadow of Aemond, Daemon eventually reached Alys's workshop, where he had his first conversation with her. She inquired about his sleep and then mentioned Harrenhal's curse. Daemon was already familiar with the story from the midwife's tale. She revealed that his bed was crafted from the wood of a heart tree and asked if he had experienced anything noteworthy. During their conversation, it became clear that Alys was aware of the conflict between Daemon and Rhaenyra. She asked,
Do you now plan to make your own claim?
This was something Daemon had pondered for a long time, but had never spoken aloud, at least not until now. She seemed to know all about his nightmares, as if she could read his mind. What do you think Daemon's visions mean? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Daemon's nightmares are far from over. Click on this video to uncover the meaning behind his vision of his late wife Rhaenyra, the strange sex dream involving Alyssa, and both dreams featuring Viserys.